It's not an exaggeration to say that Republicans' obsession with small government has cost lives in Texas. Last year, Republicans in the Texas legislature passed on more funding for emergency alert programs and systems that probably would have helped warn people in Kerr County about the floodwaters that were rising around them. One of the Republicans, who's a state lawmaker, who passed on funding the bill, who says that in hindsight, he might have done things a little bit differently. For my entire life and well before, going back to Ronald Reagan's famous line about how the last thing that anyone wants to hear is "I'm from the government and I'm here to help."
I don't know that I've always felt the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help."
Republicans have been obsessed with the concept of small government. The problem is, the smaller the government gets, the more ineffective it becomes. Republicans love small government when they think about things like taxes and regulations. But when a natural disaster hits, Americans need and deserve an effective government. Effective governments can simply not be effective if they're as small as Republicans want them to be. Obviously, there's going to be people out there who say there's no way of telling whether or not this increased funding for the emergency alert programs that Republicans passed on last year would have resulted in lives saved in Texas. But I'm not sure that's any consolation to the families who have lost their children and loved ones. If there was a chance that the government spending a little bit more money could help save your child's life, would you be arguing about how we need to have a small government and we need to spend less money on things like emergency alerts? Probably not. In addition to being ineffective, the smaller that governments are, the more corrupt they are. I've written a little bit more about this at today's edition of American Doom on Substack, where you can go subscribe and throw me a few bucks if you want to help support my independent reporting, like a recent trip I took to LA to document what I can only describe as a police riot there. So I appreciate your likes, I appreciate your subscriptions, and anything that you can do to help independent journalism, whether it's me or somebody else. I think it's important in these times.